Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss numerology once again. We're leaving astrology with the deacons. I'm going to get back to astrology very, very soon and interconnect it with numerology. But for now, I do want to discuss a lot about numerology. I want to get really, really in depth now that we've discussed the basic numerology tenets, such as like birth numbers, life path, personality, soul. But I've mostly been discussing Western. At the beginning of my YouTube channel, I was just discussing numerology in general, and I was more so discussing the Chaldean, which is the Eastern side of numerology. But now I really want to go in depth with the Eastern side and show you guys what exactly it means to believe in Eastern numerology or to believe in the Western. So the thing about it, guys, is this. Western numerology deals with what we know as Pythagoras. Pythagoras made math. It's a very famous mathematician. And the Pythagorean numerology deals with different aspects that are more familiar to us in the West. So with the life path number, it's the same across the board with East and West. With the expression numbers, here's where we get the big debate. Your name number in Chaldean numerology, they'll go with sound vibration. So they'll go with things like, what are you most known by? Meaning like my full name is Shem Roy, but I go by Shem mostly, which gives me a name number numerology in Chaldean numerology as 8, which is actually a 17 over 8. And the 17 is very important because the compound within that number tells you a lot about me and how my physical representation in this realm was going to go, and some parts of my destiny as well. In the Western numerology, my expression number from my full name of birth, Shemroy S.L. Collins, goes 14 over 5, which is a karmic debt number that demands consistency, ruthless discipline, pragmatism, business-oriented sort of lifestyle. What's debatable with this is this. The East side is actually more original than the Western, meaning that they're dealing with different things like the acoustics of your name, like the sound that it goes by, whereas the Western just deals with what's ever on your birth certificate. They say that it can change if your last name does change, but more pragmatically or more practically, they like to go towards the birth name, the name on your birth certificate. So that's the debate that we have. The East side doesn't deal with soul numbers or personality numbers. They only deal with 3 main numbers, and then they have their own little ideology as well, which I'm going to get into. But they mostly simply deal with your name, the name you go by mostly. They want to know your birth name as well. It's going to tell us a lot about your destiny. But your physical destiny is going to be represented by either your nickname or the name you go by the most. Then it's going to be your birth number, which is going to say your mind state, as I've said earlier in other videos, and then your life path number, which is what they call a Fadic number, F-A-D-I-C, meaning just your life path, your destiny, what your higher self is feeling. So that's like your higher self, and then your physical self is your name, and your mental self is your birth number. In Eastern numerology, there's another difference as well that I should have brought up earlier with the life paths. The life path number does have a difference. In Eastern numerology, it's only after 35 that your life path would really take place, and that's how they explain midlife crises and so forth, whereas in Western numerology, it was there predominantly the whole time. So these are the debates, and it's up to you whether to decide whether you want to go with the Eastern or the Western. What I can say is that the Eastern Chaldean numerology is considered more accurate in comparison to the Western. I believe that the Westerners actually did copy the Eastern philosophy and then just put their own little twist on it as well. But it's completely up to you which ideology that you would like to follow. In my personal opinion, I believe they are both very, very accurate, and I think they are both cheat codes to helping you within your life. If you want a more practical approach to your life, I recommend Chaldean numerology. If you want a more theoretical and long in-depth sort of definition of what's going on in your life, then you can go with the Western numerology. Even with Western, I'm going to have to delve back into it as well and deal with things like your hidden passion number, your subconscious number, life path expression bridge, maturity number. There's so much different aspects of Western numerology that there's still yet to cover. I've only gone through like the basic tenets of each side, and now I want to go into Eastern first and just get you guys acquainted with that, how that works, what their chart looks like, and just give you guys a further understanding of what you're looking at there. And then I'm going to get more into Western, which is what more people are familiar with, and then you guys can actually just make your judgment call from there. So it's going to be up to you. But this video is just simply about just introducing what's going to be happening next on Shemsuniverse. That's pretty much what we're looking at right now, guys. Now, if you have any questions about the next following chapters that I'm going to be segueing into, just please let me know in the comments. Aside from that, guys, please like, subscribe, holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.